So today, we're going to dive into this incredible fable from an ancient Daoist scripture. It's a story all about a world that gets thrown into absolute chaos when its guiding light just vanishes. But the way it comes back, well, that's the really surprising part. Okay, so picture this. We're on the mythical spirit Vulture Mountain, and the scripture paints a picture of a world that is just teeming with life, but also danger is literally everywhere. This is no peaceful paradise. It's raw, it's wild, it's untamed nature. I mean, on this one mountain, you've got this wild mix of spiritual seekers trying to find enlightenment, living right alongside ferocious predators. You have harmony and violence, wisdom and pure instinct, all kind of balanced on a knife's edge. This world is constantly on the brink. So what was holding all this chaos in check? Well, the scripture tells us it was the presence of this one divine being, the primordial heavenly Venerable. Just as existence was the source of order, the cosmic anchor that kept the whole world from tipping over into total mayhem. And this, right here, is where our story really kicks off. Because what happens when that one single source of order just disappears? The entire world is about to get a very harsh lesson. Moof. Just like that, with zero warning, the heavenly Venerable shrinks his entire being down into a single precious pearl and just goes silent. Can you imagine that? The fundamental organizing principle of the universe suddenly just checks out and leaves everyone and everything to fend for itself. And the effect is immediate. For 7 straight days and 7 nights, all light is just gone. A complete and total darkness falls over everything, which, is a pretty powerful symbol for the loss of all cosmic order. And with that darkness, the chaos came roaring back. But this time, it was even worse. The tigers, the wolves, all those poisonous insects, they got more aggressive. Society started to break down. People were totally lost, just crying out to a heaven that seemed completely empty. That fragile balance? Yeah, it was shattered. But it's right here, in this moment of deepest despair, that a little glimmer of hope appears. The story starts to pivot, moving away from the crisis and toward a solution. And it comes from a pretty unexpected place. So while all this chaos is unfolding, a single disciple, his name is Xina Dafutang, which means true treasure youth, he steps forward. While everyone else is running around panicking, he kneels down, he quiets his mind, and he just sincerely pleads for the heavenly Venerable to come back and save the world.
And the response is instantaneous. A huge, brilliant light just erupts from the pearl, lighting up everything. When it fades, the heavenly Venerable is seen again, sitting there perfectly serene. But here's the crazy part. The beasts aren't defeated in some epic battle. They've just vanished, dissolved in the presence of this incredible light.
The text actually gives this a name. It's called Wisdom Light, or Huiguang. And this isn't just physical light like flipping a switch. It's described as this profound awareness that can penetrate absolutely everything, from the biggest mountain to the tiniest atom. It is the ultimate solution to suffering. Now, this is way more than just a dramatic rescue. It's a deep philosophical teaching. The scripture is using this wisdom light to reveal the true nature of reality, what it calls the Tao. And here's the core of that teaching. See, from our normal human perspective, the world is made up of opposites, right? Life versus death, good versus evil. But from the ultimate perspective of the Tao, when you're bathed in this wisdom light, all those distinctions just collapse. They aren't really separate things. They're just two sides of the very same coin.
So this, naturally, leads to a fantastic question from another disciple. It's the question all of us would probably ask. Is this incredible world-saving wisdom something you have to go out and get from a teacher or a god, or is it something we already have inside of us?
And the answer is this classic, mind-bending Taoist paradox that's really designed to challenge our normal way of thinking. This wisdom, it's not some external gift you receive, but it's not just something you already own internally either. It completely transcends those simple boxes of in here and out there.
So, if it's neither inside nor outside, how in the world do you find it? Well, the scripture doesn't just leave us scratching our heads with a riddle. It actually offers a very practical, step-by-step method to start cultivating this non-dual awareness for yourself.
The practice is called the 6 unions. And you can think of it as a really advanced kind of mindfulness. The whole point is to fully engage with the world through all of your senses, but to train your mind not to get attached or cling to whatever it perceives. You just observe it all, sights, sounds, smells, without judging or getting hooked. To explain what happens when you do this,
The text uses this beautiful metaphor. Reality is like an image in a mirror. It's there, you can see it, so it's not empty. But if you try to grab it, there's nothing there. It has no solid substance of its own, so it's not real. It's a perfect reflection, not the thing itself.
Okay, let's bring all of this back to the beginning. The whole story kicked off with the Heavenly Venerable disappearing into a pearl. And now the scripture is going to return to that powerful symbol for its final and most important revelation.
Shenzong Tongzi tells the other disciples something stunning. He says there has always been a bright shining pearl on this very mountain. But in all their years of searching and meditating, not a single one of them has ever seen it. So the point is, the treasure was never actually lost. It was just overlooked.
So where's this pearl? The instruction is so simple but so profound. Stop looking outside. Look inward. Reflect on your own true nature, and the pearl, the scripture promises, will finally reveal itself.
And that's the ultimate takeaway of this whole story. The Heavenly Venerable didn't really vanish and then come back to save the day. His disappearance into the pearl was a teaching. The divine wisdom, that pearl of enlightenment, was never gone. It was always within them and within all of us, just waiting to be discovered through self-reflection.
The scripture uses this gorgeous, poetic phrase to describe this inner journey. Return to the old city. It's not about building something new or acquiring something you don't have. It's about returning to that original, pure source of wisdom that has always been your true home.
And so the scripture leaves us with this really powerful idea that maybe the order we're all looking for in the middle of our own chaos can be found by just turning our gaze inward. So the final question isn't just for those ancient disciples, it's for us, right now. What does that old city, that place of original wisdom, look like for you?